Welcome to the Eat Your Elephant podcast. This podcast is here to help you to conquer your big goals. Because the big things in your life that you want to accomplish and achieve, they're going to take more than one step. And this podcast is here to help you develop the right mindset, to take the actions, to keep moving forward and making progress towards your big goals. That way, you can guide your life to go in the direction that you want it to go and enjoy it too. I'm your host, Nick Mazie. Let's get started. Hello there. Welcome to the Eat Your Elephant podcast. I'm glad you're here today and joining in. And just in case you missed it in the last episode, I did make a little announcement about the Eat Your Elephant podcast going to once a week. So one episode will come out every week. We'll start that next week. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that. Pretty much, I just want to make some adjustments and improvements to the website and the podcast and all the material I'm putting out, just so that it can be a better resource for you. And I just need to make it a little bit of a shift so that I'll have more time to dedicate to some other areas rather than just always creating this material on the podcast. I think that the overall brand can be a better resource for you if I make some little adjustments. So we'll give it a go, see what happens, and hopefully it'll be better for you. All right, so now that that's out of the way, on to today's episode. Today I'm asking, who's your journey about? Who? Your journey to achieve your goals, to make your life what you want it to be. Who's it about? Well, let me start off by telling you about Jim. So Jim had a goal of starting a blog. He has a message that he wants to share. He wants to encourage, help, and guide people through a simple way to lose weight. Because losing weight, it helped Jim. Losing weight and getting healthy, it pretty much saved Jim's life. And he wants to share that with other people. What a noble goal. He wants to create a website, a blog, to be able to help people to improve their lives. It helped Jim, and he's going to share that message. So what does Jim do? Jim takes action. Jim starts with that first step and starts a blog. He starts putting that positive material out there to help people improve their lives on sharing how he was able to make some changes that saved his life. That's simple. Jim now Jim's making progress toward his goal. And then he starts to look at other people's websites. Then he looks at other blogs that are out there. And he sees how their sites are far better looking, more robust, with these huge followings. And they're making a big impact across the world. And Jim starts to get discouraged when he looks at all that. He knows that his site's small and simple and doesn't reach many people. Jim starts to lose focus on his purpose, on his journey. Jim ends up quitting his goal. Now he doesn't have a blog at all. Now he doesn't help anybody at all through the message that he was sharing online. Oh, that's pretty unfortunate. So what happened to Jim? Well, Jim started to compare himself and his progress to other people. He saw how much better their health websites were, and he compared to his. He just really got discouraged, and he felt like giving up, and he ended up giving up. The more he compared his current status with other people's, the more he focused on how far he needed to go. He focused on where his deficits were and where he wasn't as good. Jim forgot about all the progress that he had made. He lost sight of why he was pursuing his goal, and what he was doing. He lost sight of all of that because he focused on everybody else. Now, with Jim's small website, with Jim's little blog, was he able to help people? Yeah, of course. And even if it was just that one person, he was able to make a big difference in their life. And that's a huge thing. Just because it wasn't some big, massive website with huge following, Jim was doing some good. But now that blog's gone because he focused on other people and got discouraged. Lost sight of that real goal that he was working toward and why he was doing it. Have you ever been there? Have you ever started to make progress or set yourself a goal and started to try to achieve it and move toward it, take steps toward conquering that goal, and then you started to look at everybody else? Maybe you saw the progress that they were making or the impact they were having. Maybe you started scrolling on social media and seeing all the other people that were making improvements in their lives and how great and wonderful they were, and then began to get discouraged. Well, if you've ever been there, you're not alone. You're certainly not alone. That happens to a lot of us. And that's because it can be very distracting to start to look at other people. It can get us off track when we start to see other people and their progress and what they're doing. But let me tell you this, okay? Your goals are about you. They're about you. It's not about others. It's about you. If you compare yourself to others, then you'll either feel like you're better than them or you're worse than them. And neither of those feelings will help you to achieve your goal. When you compare yourself to others, they're in control. But when you compare yourself to yourself, see, you're in control now. See, you have the power to change. Every little bit of progress that you make, you get to keep. Yeah, there's going to be ups and downs and challenges and setbacks and things you have to overcome and times that you do get discouraged. But overall, you get better as you strive to improve. Just stay focused on why you're doing what you're doing, what you want to achieve. These things that you want for your life. If you focus on that, you can keep moving forward. Just keep taking action. Like we talked about in the last episode. Don't spend all that time thinking if it's thinking about the what ifs or the could be's or somebody else that's making progress toward their goals, or you see a picture of something that looks just perfect that you want to achieve and you're so far away from. Don't think about that stuff. Like I said, we talked on this last episode about just taking action. Bring that to this episode and just take action going towards your goals and what you want for your life. If you focus on that, then you can achieve your goals. See, your goals, they're worth your focus. Don't let other people distract you. Keep making progress toward the things that you want for your life, and your life will become more how you want it to be. Please, please don't let other people distract you from your goals, your life, and achieving the things that you want. Because this is your life. Go make it what you want it to be. That's it for today's episode. Thanks for listening to the Eat Your Elephant podcast. Just a reminder, beginning next week, there's only going to be one episode coming out a week. Thanks for listening. Take care, and I'll talk to you again soon.